guys, this is Danny B. You're watching The Trash Stash, and in this video, I'm going to be reviewing Hands of the Ripper. But yeah, it's kind of checking out some of the Hammer films, and this one I really loved. This is like a Jack the Ripper possession film. And for like one of these Hammer films, this one is very violent. It's almost like a slasher, basically. Like Hammer always kind of pushed the boundaries with like the exploitation stuff, but this one really pushes it. And what's cool too is since it's set in like 1910 or 1920 in London or whatever, they filmed this in the 70s, but a lot of the buildings were still around at the time from the old days. And I think they used those in the thing because it really feels like it's from the 1910s, 1920s. And it has great acting, great soundtrack. It's a very sad kind of soundtrack, which I really like in horror for some reason. I like the sad stuff. Yeah, and it's very entertaining too. So now let's get into the plot, and this will not contain spoilers. So it starts off with a scene with Jack the Ripper running down the street, and then he runs home and he kills his wife right in front of his daughter. And then it freeze frames right on it, the knife, and it says like, Hands of the Ripper. So basically the daughter witnessed her mom die, and then Jack the Ripper is her father, and he hugs her, and then that's the last explanation of what happens to Jack the Ripper. So years later, she's living with this fake psychic, and the fake psychic is using her as like a ghost voice. Like people are trying to find out what happened to their dead relative, and she's in the other room pretending to be the ghost. That's her little hustle that she's doing. That's how she's getting by. But then also, the lady fucking pimps her out to one of the customers. Like some guy, some aristocrat guy, is like, how much for the young lady? And then tries to have sex with her right that very day. Then he gives her this little like bracelet diamond thing, and the reflection from the diamond is something that gives her like a flashback, and then she becomes possessed by Jack the Ripper. She has the hands of the Ripper, and she kills the lady right there in front of the guy. And I was kind of cracking up at the dialogue, because the guy starts calling her like, you silly bitch, heavens woman, you have no value of currency, and stuff like this.
Stop it, Mr. Dysart. She's only a poor innocent girl.
Look here, you old bitch. I've paid my money, and you're not putting me off with this little game.
There, Anna, it's all right, dear. It has to happen to all of us. Mr. Dysart didn't mean to hurt you.
Oldest trick in the business. I suppose you sold her as a virgin a dozen times before.
Never.
Well, you'll not get away with it this time. I'll have my way with her, or I'll have my money back, one or the other, and damn smartly.
Stop it, Mr. Dysart. Right then, there's your money.
Grief, woman, have you no sense of values?
There, dear. It's all right now.
Now look what you've done.
First I thought it was like the actual diamond that like set off her possession, but it's actually the light, because like any little reflection that she sees sets off her emotion, or sets off her killing. And then there's this main character, which I think his name is Dr. John or something. He's a doctor. She goes to jail, then he bails her out, and he wants to take her home and adopt her and find out why she's doing this. I think he's a psychiatrist is what it is. But yeah, he wants to study what's going on with her, why she did this and stuff. But really, he's actually just kind of into her. He says like his wife died back in the day or something, and he wants her to wear his wife's dress and all this weird shit, and he walks in on her when she's taking a bath, and so he's definitely got like an ulterior motive going on there. And then from that point on, she keeps on killing, and he keeps on like covering up the deaths and stuff, and you got these like pretty brutal killing scenes for like a Hammer film. I know Hammer is always kind of violent, but it's always like gothic, mystical violence. This is just like straight up slasher shit. Like you got her taking like sewing needles and stabbing it right through this lady's hand and into her eye. It's very brutal.
No wonder you didn't freeze.
Time you and I got off. Oh my God!
And then she keeps hearing Jack the Ripper's voice, and it's very creepy. He's going like, Anna, Anna. Then he has this like really creepy line where he says like, "In whose darkness do we meet? Your darkness or mine?" And then he starts laughing. It's very creepy, and it fades to his face, and his face is all burned up for some reason. He looks like Freddy Krueger. I don't know what's that about. I don't know if Jack the Ripper actually had burns or not. I don't know, but it's very creepy.
Anna?
Whose darkness do we meet in, Laura? Your darkness or mine?
But yeah, it has a very sad ending. I won't go into it. So I'm going to give this one 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's Hands of the Ripper. Alright guys, let me know if you've seen Hands of the Ripper. This is Danny B. You're watching The Trash Dash. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. And let me know some other good Hammer horror films. Peace out.